playing my games. And Luigi number one. Ho-ho! Eduardo, have a rotten day. Oh wait, I forgot. Mommy said say something nice. Oh yeah. There. And where Luigi? I always go last. Hey, baby Luigi. And baby Mario. Let's go. Yahoo! Hi. It's such an absolute pleasure to be here with you guys. Thank you so much. I've never seen such a great welcome. I thank you very much. We've been signing autographs, and I want to encourage you, come by the table where we're still signing. We'll be signing as soon as I'm done here, after we get a quick little bite to eat. But I want to thank, of course, what a wonderful life that I have, to get to do what I love to do, to travel the world, to see people that enjoy my work and enjoy what I do. And it's what I wish for everybody, is that you have that wonderfully unique position that I have, that you get to do what you love to do in life, and then you do that, and you do it more and more and more, and then you see that it has an impact on people's lives. Honestly, it's really such an incredible gift, and it's one that I want everybody to have. Is that sense of loving what you do, loving your life, and quieting the voices of negativity inside your head that say that you can't do it, that you're not good enough, or whatever it is. It's your personal messenger. I certainly have mine that's like, rah, 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 rah. There's a little Wario, a little Waluigi, and me, in me too. So, but I hope for you that you can calm the nasty voices and find the beautiful voice inside you that tells you what a wonderful person you are, and how much love and how much joy you bring to the world, because we all of us do. So that's my wish for you, and I certainly want to thank the Nintendo for giving me the chance to play so many great characters over the years. It's been 30 years now of doing what I absolutely love to do, and it's just been one gift after another. I literally walked in the door one day, and there's, and then go in one day and there are the babies, and then I just just the opportunity to play and be silly and have fun, that's really what I do best, is be ridiculous. And so I do that with great joy and great happiness. And also, of course, thank you very much to Too Many Games. What an absolute thrill to be invited here. I'm so sorry that last year didn't work out, but just to see everybody this year is an absolutely wonderful, wonderful thing. So I thank you all for coming. I hope everybody continues staying safe, wear your mask, wash your hands, do all those things, so we can come back, again sometime soon. We can keep, getting this whole country healthy and happy again, because that's what it's all about. And really, they create a wonderful, safe atmosphere and a wonderful place where you can meet people that love the same things that you do, and find great joy in the same things you do. And I've actually met quite a few people that got married or have relationships because they met at a con. It's like, oh, I met my boyfriend, I met my husband, I met my girlfriend. It's just amazing, because it brings together like-minded people. So I'm very grateful for that, and I'm particularly grateful for you, because your love of the games, or your love of what I get to do, what any actor gets to do, is what gives me the chance to come out here to Pennsylvania, to Too Many Games. So thank you very much. I honestly never knew that I was going to be an actor. When I was 50 years ago, when I was struggling in my world to figure out what in the world I was going to do, I had no idea. I thought, well, maybe I'll be a psychologist or a lawyer or a political scientist. And but I had one commitment, and that was to be happy. And that little commitment is to like what I do. And that took me on this strange journey of going to, thinking I was going to go to law school, thinking I was going to go to psychology school, thinking I was going to be a professor. And then all of a sudden, because I couldn't get my classes at UC Berkeley for my final year, my thesis and everything, I said, forget it, I'm leaving. And a friend of mine called me up and said, hey, why don't you come and take an acting class from me? And I said, Les, there's actually no way I could ever take an acting class. I could never stand in front of people or sit in front of people. I'm way too shy. He says, oh, well, come on, we'll eat lunch together, and then you go, eat lunch? Okay. And it was my belly that got me involved in acting, I'm going to tell you right now. And my stomach has held a great prominence in my life ever since, as you can see from a profile. But you know what, we started doing our classes, and you know, we had to memorize monologues. And I said, I don't have to do it though, right? I'll memorize, but I don't have to do it. He goes, no, don't worry. Just memorize, it's good for you. So I memorized my speech, and I go to the class and everyone's doing their speeches, and all of a sudden I hear, well, Charles, you're up. I'm like, I mean, I walked up to the stage, and I had this spoon with, you know, my name is Joe, I died a terrible death in a fire in a warehouse, and blah, 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 blah. You know, and I didn't know what my words were. I didn't know anything. I didn't know that I started speaking. All I knew was my subtext was, oh my gosh, you're gonna die. You're gonna die, this is horrible, you're gonna die. And I'm sitting there, I think what they're hearing is, but I'm actually saying, my name is Joe, I got it. And I'm sitting there, and my foot is shaking so much, I hear this voice in my head go, put your weight on your right foot. So I did. And then my left foot is shaking like this. And I heard, put your weight evenly between your 2 feet. So I did. And then they're both shaking like this, you know? And somehow I survived the monologue. I don't know how, because I was sure I was going to die. And I heard, wow, that was great. How come you're the only person that wasn't nervous? What? So that was my beginning of a very strange inspiration. So I started going like, well, this is really fun. If that's going to be the way, I love it. And I started doing it more and more and more. But the thing that made me become an actor was failing miserably at a place where I thought I had for sure won, and that was an audition for Oberon in Midsummer Night's Dream. I was sure that I got the part, and I called Les, I did the best audition, I watched everybody else, I'm pretty sure I got that, he said, don't count your chickens before they hatch. Oh no, I was really good, I didn't get Oberon, I didn't get anything, I didn't get to like carry the furniture in and out for the play. And so that wonderful failure is why I became an actor, because that's the thing that lit the fire. You know how your mom says, well, honey, you can be anything you want in life. And you go, yeah, but what? What? And that was I needed to fail at getting something I really wanted to start the fire in me. And that did it. And I went back. Berkeley Repertory Theater had an audition, and it was on our little call board. So, you run, the same place where Charles Martinet didn't get Oberon. Charles Martinet didn't get anything. It was where I said, oh, audition for Berkeley Rep. And so I went, okay, I'm gonna go audition with Oberon. And I did, against the people that actually played Oberon, were in the play. And I got the apprenticeship at Berkeley Rep, and that was the start for me of like a woohoo. And then I did theater for 10 years, went to school in England to train to be an actor. And before long, I came back to America, and I'm acting, and I didn't even realize that was all of a sudden my career. But I got tired of theater, and I quit, tried to do business, had a nervous breakdown because it's not for me. And then, I ended up, a friend of mine called and said, hey, do you want to come on audition for a corporate video? And I said, what's a corporate video? It's a video that's corporate. Oh, what do I do? Act. Okay. So I went on to audition for this thing, monolithic memories, MMI, oh, TC's puddles of pondering protoplasm, anything. And all they want to do is talk about drugs. So I did that, and it was super fun. I did the first 10, I ended up doing 600 of those. And one day, I'm doing my, standing there doing my commercial as the American Gothic, the guy in the front of the barn with his wife and the pitchfork. And there was no words, and then we did that and lit that for 9 hours of standing there in the heat. All of a sudden, he goes, well, that's great, we got it. Hey, listen, Charles, do you do voiceover? And I said, sure. And I really didn't know what a voiceover was. Because to me, Fred Flintstone was Fred Flintstone. The people that I saw, they were so real to me. It never occurred to me that somebody was behind a microphone doing this stuff. So I said, sure. And he goes, well, great, here's the script. And I did Orchard Supply Hardware, the right item at the right price, right now. There you go, here's another $250. I'm a voice actor! And then I did maybe 1,000 commercials and things, and then I'm doing it, and I'm saying, you know, it takes the intention of being happy, and I don't know what else, but you know, I'm sitting on the beach doing what actors do, waiting for my pager to go off, and reading a book, and enjoying the sun, and waiting for the sunset, and sure enough, my pager goes off, and it's like, oh, it's my friend. I guess we're gonna go have dinner tonight. And so I leave the beach, I get on my phone, and I call him up, you know, put my quarters and dimes in there, and he goes, hey, buddy, listen, you gotta go crash this audition because it's for a job in Las Vegas that I'm doing. And I said, there's absolutely no way I would ever crash an audition. I'm a professional actor. Where should I go? And I can't believe it, but I got off the beach, I drove in, I found a parking space, first miracle in downtown San Francisco, and I walk in the door as the producer is walking out the door, and I literally say, I knew the Sony camera bag, so I said, hi, can I read for this? And he goes, all right, come on inside, we'll put the camera back up. You're an Italian plumber from Brooklyn named Mario for this company called Nintendo. And we're gonna do a real-time animation system, and you know, we'll have these things glued to your face, and you'll talk and Mario will move his mouth at the same time. We'll have a hidden camera, hidden microphone. We'll call it MERT, Mario in Real Time. We have no idea if it's gonna work or not. And if it doesn't work, we're not gonna pay you to sit around drinking coffee all day. So make up a voice, make up a video game, make up anything you want, start talking, and when you run out of things to say, that'll be your audition. So I'm thinking to myself, Italian plumber from Brooklyn. Get out of my face, I'm working here. Hey, what do you want from me? I'm on your seat already, I'm ready to get out. And I thought, well, that would not be fun to do for 8 hours a day. But what if there were kids in the audience? I don't want to be like mean, gruff, rotten person, you know? So I thought, well, I'll make it, you know, like the voice I did in Taming of the Shrew. You know, not a great, nice Italian guy, but I'll make him younger. I'll make it more joyful, and I'll just make up a video. I didn't know anything about video games except waka 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 waka, you know, and tuk, 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 you know, those little games where you shoot and it goes boom, and if you don't hit anything, you got to wait to shoot again until it's already. It's like asteroids and space invaders, and I was always terrible at those games. And I also thought, how do you make up a plot about that? You know, it's like, I'm going to shoot you. I'm going to shoot you again. You know, this was not my inspiration. Luckily, food was. So I thought, well, I just make up something about food, you know. I'll just make up something about food, and you know, and I'll just do that nice voice. And I put action. I said, hello, I'm Mario. Let's make a pizza pie together. You go get some sausage. I'm gonna get some spaghetti. We put the spaghetti in this pizza, and then we put the sausage in the pizza. And then I chase you with the pizza. And if I catch you with the pizza, you've got to eat the pizza. And then you're gonna make a pizza. Because he didn't say cut. So I thought, and I'm very good at following direction, because my theater training said, always follow direction, which was, don't stop until you run out of things to say. So, and you're gonna make a pizza. If you check the pizza, if you catch me with the pizza, I'm gonna eat the pizza. Then we're gonna make a lasagna, and I'm gonna chase with the lasagna pan. If I catch you with the lasagna pan, you're gonna ride down the hill and chase me with the lasagna pan. And then you're gonna make lasagna. And then you're gonna make a tortellini. And I started going through every pasta that I knew, and every Italian dish that I knew, until I was making up Italian. And then we're gonna make a nice pasta al pollo, and then the pastatello. We're gonna be great, and I chase you with the pastatello. And if I catch you with the pastatello, you gotta chase me with the pastatello. And then we had and apparently, while I was rambling on for 30 minutes, the cameraman turned to the directors, because they were on their way for a cocktail when I caught them anyway. And he said, do you think if we just left and came back in an hour, it'd still be going? To which the producer said, yes, let's get out of here. But luckily they didn't. And they stayed long enough until I was like, and then we're gonna make it, and then we're gonna, and after that we make it, blah, 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 blah. And I heard, stop talking. Cut. There's no more tape. Thank you very much. We'll be in touch. And so I managed to traumatize him enough to know that I would never shut up. But, you know, and I thought, well, that was the end of it. There's the door. Get out of here. I went back to the beach. I watched the sunset, and we went and had dinner. It was a wonderful night. He got on the phone. He called Nintendo and said, I found our Mario. I got him. And that was the only tape that he sent up was my tape. And that was 30 years ago of absolute joy and fun and glee. And the next thing I knew, I was down in Los Angeles with a friend of mine that did an impression of me doing an impression of this beautiful character, and there we were getting fitted for these face masks that would, with roller balls, that would take our movements and translate that into this beautiful character, this floating head. And we started doing that. It was a one-off production, but we had so much fun. And this is, again, back to the key to life to me. I had so much fun doing it, and people had so much fun being entertained by somebody being absolutely silly and ridiculous, that they said, oh, all right, what are you doing 6 months from now? We'll have you do something like that again. And we did it again, and then they said again. And I thought, this is the joy of a lifetime, to have a bunch of people that you love working with. And you afterwards you go party, and while you're doing it, it's a party. And so I turned a one-off job into a 30-year career so far. and it's still going very strong, thank you very much. And it's like everything I've done, I've had such a great time doing. I mean, the Wario games, the Mario games, the Luigi games, everything has been such a joy. And went from one character to the next. I played Sunshine. Welcome to the Isle Delfino, and I forgot that I did that. I went, oh yeah, that's me. I remember that. And at one point I was very wise about things, but now I'm really stupid. I used to be able to remember, like, oh yeah, that was take number 3 because I wanted to try this with that, and now I go, oh, I did that. Well, look at that. So it's been so much fun. That's just what I wish for everybody, is that you find whatever it is, if it's driving a pickup truck or whatever it is, you're doing voiceovers, creating video games. It's just a wonderful life when you're doing it by choice and doing what you love to do, And of course, being your own best friend is something I keep aspiring to be. Because that negative voice that tells you that you're not good enough, that you're not going to make it, blah 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 blah, is always there. You just have to learn how to sort of be the one that takes control and manages to do what you want to do in life, and live the dream and live the choices that you have. And I think it's always been important to me to think of life as a lesson, in a way a spiritual lesson, but when I was in my first acting class, there was a guy with a terrible stutter. And at some point I asked him, have you always had your stutter? Because I was, naive enough to know that might be not something you should ask. And he says, no, on my 21st birthday, I went to this show in Las Vegas. My friends took me to a show in Las Vegas, a dinner theater. And during right at the meal, dessert's about to be served, all of a sudden the music changes, lights come on my table, and the comedian goes, hey, it's somebody's birthday here today. Stand up, would you? And I said, I stood up, and he goes, whoa, we have to sit back down again. Look at that pimply-faced fat kid. Oh boy, I'll tell you, I bet the doctor slapped his mother. That sort of just, that banter of comedy that was at his expense. And he said, people laughed more and more, and the more they laughed, the more embarrassed I became. And I woke up the next morning with this stutter, and I've had it ever since. So for me, that was like the moment of my life to know that I knew I'd be doing comedy in my life, because there's always that for me, but that I would never do it at somebody's expense, And that was just a tremendous lesson for me, so that when I did Mario as my choice of character, it wasn't, hey, get out of my face, I'm working, hey, enough of you. All right, shut up, I'm talking here. To choose not to do that character, and I don't know whether other people had done that, it was a clear, valid choice, but my choice was, I want this character never to be hurtful. And I remember that all of my comedy and improv with Nintendo and Mario in real time, which I've done now for 30 years, and still do, it was all the choices were to be uplifting and caring and loving and giving, and that's what I imbued in the character of Mario. That was, I think, my most proud accomplishment was putting the joy, the happiness, the love, and the fidelity in everything, the love for the princess, the joy with the kids, with everybody that interacts, and the courage of facing adversity with a let's go, woohoo, But this is not actually my internal personality. I'm much more Luigi, I'm absolutely trepidatious, Are you sure we should go outside? I don't know about this, Mario, or as I autograph on the Ouija cards, help. That's more my style of existence, But I think every one of us aspires to be more like Mario, and that to me. I'm so glad that before I actually did the games, I got the opportunity to do Mario Fundamentals, which is just kind of like being fun and silly, go fishy, and then I got this marvelous opportunity to do Mario Teaches Typing, and oh, thank you very much, thank you, And when I got the script, and I'm in the studio, I'm reading the script, for the first time, he goes, there were things like, you failed, that wasn't very good, that was much worse, that was bad, and I was reading that, and I said, do you mind if I just play with these words a little bit and just change them around? Because, I never say no, and I never say anything negative as Mario, and the producer graciously said, sure, go for it. And so it became, oh, that was good, but I know you can do even better. Oh, nice one, but let's try again, So it was always uplifting and always trying to be positive. And I think that is the essence of the character to me, is that love and that joy. And I think that in our world we should all be loving and joyful to each other, at least kind and considerate. One thing I've realized through my life is that we're all the same, everybody bleeds the same color, our tears are the same woe, and every mother cares about their children, whether it seems like that or not at sometimes, and what binds us is so much stronger and so much more important than what separates us, and I think for me, it's just so important to have compassion and to love people, because this little journey on Earth is so quick. I can't, I'm 66 years old. I started doing Mario, I guess I was 35 when I auditioned for him. And and if you could tell me that actually 30 years had gone by, I would say, oh, actually, no way. It's been about 7 years, and except I keep a chronicle, and it's like, oh my goodness, And that's the way life is it's very slow when you're very young. It's like, how long is before summer vacation gets here, And then as you get older, it's like, whoa, another year, whoa, 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 whoa. And as I say to my 94-year-old mother, my goodness, time is passing fast. And she says, wait till you're 90. Never to be outdone by your mom, So it's just like, I just want to just always say that. Just take the time to appreciate yourself. Take the time to enjoy the world and the life that you have, and take the time to be grateful. I think that great gratitude it's an energy that you can't always have, but if you're always aware of how great your life is, or how much you can appreciate what you do have in life, and not just where we're short, where we don't have enough, it generates more things to be grateful for. More things tend to come that way, Now, I'm sitting here going blah, 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 blah. I don't know, did they tell you if there are going to be questions, or do I keep going blah, blah, blah? Should I keep blah, blah, blah? Okay, I'll blah, blah, blah.